Mike Huckabee decided to resurrect a famous political ad run by Lyndon B. Johnson called Daisy. So let's run the ad here. This is Mike Huckabee's new ad, new version of Lyndon Johnson's old ad. And then I'll explain the hilariously ironic backstory.
3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, 9.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So what he's doing there is he's trying to say, oppose the nuclear negotiations and the peace deal with Iran because, oh, look, a scary nuclear explosion that we just showed you on screen. And there was a cute little white girl who was picking flowers and then she was killed by the evil enemy. They're so bad. They're so evil. Now, the original ad, the Daisy ad, was run by Lyndon B. Johnson against Barry Goldwater in the presidential election because Barry Goldwater was viewed as a war hawk. So the Johnson campaign said, this was back when Democrats had balls, so they ran the ad saying, look, you vote for this guy, there could be fucking nuclear war that happens at some point with Russia. Are you sure that that's, what you want to happen here? Why don't you vote for the people who are for peace? Us. The Democrats. So that was the idea behind the ad. That they did, yes, it was fear-mongering. They were doing fear-mongering. But in their mind, they thought, well, this is legitimate because, no, seriously, this guy's a war hawk and he can get us into deep shit if you elect him. So, of course, Lyndon Johnson ended up winning the election, and we know what history was like from there on in. Of course, it was a much more... Lyndon Johnson is a very mixed character when he was actually in power because he continued Vietnam and extended Vietnam to his fault, for sure. He did the war on poverty at home and some decent things domestically, signed the Civil Rights Act, signed the Voting Rights Act, all that stuff. He was bad on Vietnam, for sure. But when he was running, he was like, well, they're more anti-war than we are, and here's an ad, you should be afraid. Look, it's a cute little girl, and there's a nuclear explosion. So that was when it was used back then. Today, how is Huckabee using this? He's using this to oppose a peace deal. So wait, Mike, you're the one that's pro-war. You're the one that wants war in the Middle East. You've spoken about it repeatedly. You're the one that's more aggressive against Iran. So for you to run that doesn't make any sense for you to run that ad. That would be like back in the day if Barry Goldwater ran that ad against Lyndon Johnson. Barry Goldwater was a bigger interventionist and was more in favor of war. And he's going to run an ad saying, oh, look at this, the peacenik on the other side is going to lead to the fucking nuclear explosion. No, you will, because you're the one that wants conflict. He's the one that wants to try to get peace. So President Obama and the Democrats and John Kerry, they're trying to get peace with Iran. And Mike Huckabee's like, a nuclear explosion. Look at these war hawks. But you're the war hawk. What are you talking about? You flipped it on its head. You flipped the ad on its head. But that shows you, man, today's Republicans, they are so thoroughly Orwellian that they embody that term perfectly. Everything is its opposite now. So when they say we need, sustained peace, they mean we need sustained war. Their version of peace is to always have American power and influence and empire waging wars all over the place. Protect your civil liberties means continue to have the NSA spy on everything that everybody does. I mean, you go down the list. We need more freedom. Okay, lock more people up for smoking pot. That's the opposite of freedom. You can't say, I want more freedom as you're taking away freedom. That doesn't make any sense. That's contradictory. Same thing with this ad. Oh, these are the other side. They're going to unleash the nuke, even though we're the party that has people in it that literally said we should nuke Iran. Fucking Sheldon Adelson spoke about it. Duncan Hunter, a politician, a congressman, a Republican congressman, said, yeah, just drop a nuke in the desert to let them know we mean business. So your party is the party. Louis Gohmert calls for bombing them all the time. John McCain saying bomb Iran. So your party is the party that wants to have the mushroom cloud, but you run an ad that says, goddamn Democrats want a mushroom cloud. I can't take it, man. I can't take it. And by the way, you fucking jerk-offs, have you read the deal? Everybody on the right attacking the deal with Iran, attacking it. Read it! What does it say? They make it seem like President Obama and John Kerry on page 1 of the deal are like, okay, so it's settled then. We're going to give you a nuke. But that's not what the deal says. The deal says the opposite. The deal prevents them from getting a nuke. If you read the fucking deal, you'd know that. The deal says the IAEA can go in there and look at all their nuclear facilities all the time, round the clock, 24/7. Do you understand that there are hard caps on the amount that they can enrich their uranium? So they're only allowed to use uranium for research, scientific research, and for their power grid for their people. You know, nuclear power, like virtually every modern nation has, where they have some nuclear plants that provide power. That's why Iran wants it too. And by the way, they're allowed under international law to have that. So the U.S. doesn't even have a right to say in the deal, we want to take that away too. You can't do that. They're allowed under international law to have, to enrich uranium for power for their citizens. So the IAEA can look at them whenever the fuck they want to look at them and monitor them. And they don't have a nuclear weapons program anymore. And all we have to do in return is take away sanctions gradually when they prove that they're abiding by the deal. But what does Mike Huckabee do? He pretends like the deal's the exact opposite. He pretends like the Democrats are the ones that want war, and the Democrats are just handing a nuke over to Iran. That's not true. The problem, the people who are not in favor of peace when it comes to this Iran situation, it's very simple. Likud, Netanyahu, Israel, right wing in Israel, and the right wing here in the U.S. Now, the right wing in Iran is fucked up too. The Ayatollah's a fucking asshole. Everybody knows that. So you have the right wing acting up everywhere, and the moderates and the liberals trying to come together to get peace. But the right wingers here in America flip it on its head completely and say the people who want peace are the ones who want war. Look, a mushroom cloud, cute little white girl, be afraid. The only thing I'm afraid of, Mike, is you.